All right, we're back, and I have been informed that this is a clue. Yellow, blue, red, yellow again. At least I think that's the clue. I could be wrong, but I bet that's the clue for this section. I wasn't even thinking about that, but yeah, why would there be two? Why would there be two girls with the pearl earrings? While we walk back, I should probably credit the person that actually reminded me, told me about that one, because yeah, I was not braining. It is, is that, yeah, Victor Lunan. Unless we're both wildly wrong, but that seems like it. Of course, now I've immediately forgotten the pattern, but that's okay. It's over here. Yellow, blue, red, yellow. There we go. Can I? There we go. Yellow. Blue. Red. Yellow again. Aha! Oh, didn't open up that cell. It opened up this. Alright. We even have a cutscene for this. Sort of. I'm not much of one. Sela peers closely at the sword, which seems utterly unexceptional to you. Wait, this is... No, it can't be. Her eyes light up. I know that hilt. Radiance. The sword of the great Yaniel. That's what this is, but it's meant to be in the Tower of Estrad with all the other relics. That's what I heard, at least. Well, of course this rusted piece of metal must be the very same sword, and Camelia rolls her eyes. I think you merely wish that this were the illustrious sword of legend. You don't get it. I've seen this sword hundreds of times in paintings and in the hands of the Yaniel statue. I've even thought of going to the Estrad Museum to see the real thing in person. How did it get here? We received Radiance. What's so special about it? Now? Nothing, I guess. But this sword was legendary in its day. People say that when Yaniel held it, the blade would glow, striking demons left and right. Soldiers would see Radiance's light from afar and take heart, rushing into the fray and winning. I don't know what's wrong with it now, or how to restore its power. All I can sense is that they made a mockery of it. You're empathizing with an object. Extraordinary. Are all paladins so tender-hearted and sensitive? Sensitive in a way, yes. We're highly attuned to evil and everything wrought by demons. Radiance was in evil hands, and as a paladin, I can tell you that they did nothing good with it. Who's Yaniel? Oh, who's Yaniel? No, you've never heard of Yaniel? She's famous all over Galarian. Galarian, another city, I think. Nope, planet. She was a great woman. She was born in Mendev, and when the crusade started, she couldn't just sit idly by. She dedicated her life to the crusade. People say she was audacious and spirited, and she was always first into battle, and she never sacrificed other people's lives for tactical advantage. That's how she's been remembered, as an incredible warrior who seemed to blaze with righteous fury. In all the images of her, she looks capable of driving all the demons back to the abyss single-handedly. But then something happened between her and her commanders. Maybe they envied her, or maybe there was more to it than that. I don't know. But anyway, she went into the world wound without her fellow soldiers. And she didn't just survive the mission, she even brought back crusaders she rescued there. Can you imagine? She died the same way she lived. Proudly. She was covering the escape of the refugees fleeing Dresden. Another city fortress. That's where she perished. She wasn't even 40, very young for a half-elf. Yaniel could have still been alive today, after all. The Crusades are less than 100 years old. That's how little time separates us from the heroes of legend. But I guess I don't have to explain that to you. It mustn't seem like a long time to you at all. Not even a generation has passed since the wound first tainted the world and started taking the lives of the brave heroes who opposed it. You know a lot about Yaniel. Are you a fan of hers or something? I suppose you could say that. Sela chuckles. I've always felt an affinity with Yaniel. I know what it's like to not be what your commanders want you to be. Whenever I used to feel under pressure, I would always think of Yaniel. Maybe people didn't like how she was, but to the people she pulled out of the world wound, she was perfect. And to the people she saved on the battlefield, she was incredible. And to those who kept her memory alive, she's a hero, and that's what counts. How could a priceless relic end up down here? Yaniel disappeared, but by some miracle, Radiance was recovered from the battle. No one else has ever wielded it. It is Yaniel's blade and always will be, and that's why it was put in the Tower of Estrad with the other Crusade relics. But now it turns out that somebody stole it. This weird feeling, like I'm rescuing a fellow warrior from a dungeon. We can't just abandon it, even if it's of no use to us. It's no use to anyone down here. But what if it could be repaired? Let's keep going. That's cool. I really hope that this game maybe has like a couple of weapons that level with the characters. It'd be such a shame if it turns out that, you know, it's an okay sword. Oh boy, we have a lot of things. Let's see. Radiance, longsword. Ooh. Masterwork, old iron. I mean, we might as well give it to her. Even if it's not great, it is masterwork and cold iron. And it looks sick. So we'll do that. We also have a lot of other things. Bonus on savings throws against spells with cold descriptor adds DC. Okay, that's kind of fine. Let's see, what's her armor class? Let's buff it up a bit. What else do we have? Hostler's Key, bunch of diamond dust. Crypt Raider's armor. +1. Higher max dexterity. What's she wearing? Okay. Oof. I think this is better, just barely. I gotta check that, but I've lost my chain shirt. Shared stash. All the way up to the top. Okay. The one thing is we lose a little bit of check penalty, but maybe that's not a problem. I don't know. And what else? She's just got a cold iron rapier. Oh. So it's really just the archers that are... it's fine. If we're Zen archers, we get the ability to just go cold iron eventually anyway. Oh. Amelia's over-encumbered. Or just regular encumbered, not over-encumbered. We haven't hit that stage yet. Anyway, walking back. Alright. We got the sword, we got everything else. Let's check this door. What do we got in here? Okay, there are tough battles to come. Our heroes are tired and might have run out of spells. To replenish your power, set up camp, and rest. Camp... Okay. We're down a couple of HP. On, like, 2 characters. She's out of heals. I can probably swing one more fight. Maybe not. Praise Ioma Day. Huh.
Here you are, huddled together like a herd of animals, pitiful monsters, not human or demon. Even tieflings are less defective than you.
Oh, these are the mongrels?
But I, your master, Savamgal, can make you better, stronger. I can satisfy your hunger, starvelings of the dark. Submit to me. No, we're the denizens of the Crusaders, or descendants of Crusaders. Trusting a demon would be the betrayal of their memory.
The demon said something. Well, who's the next descendant of Crusaders who values old legends more than their life? Yeah, I probably should have camped. Oh well, we'll figure it out.
Beasts, mortals in human guise reveal your true nature. This is the sweet, wholesome flesh of a righteous Aasimar. Eat, underground Crusaders. Eat the flesh of the Crusader from above. Find your true strength.
Oh, is that its tongue, not its nose? Gross. You rush at the demon, but the air seems to grow thicker with every step. You feel like you're watching from underwater as you see the mongrels fall to their knees, one after another, and crawl to the Aasimar's body. You hear their fangs tearing through flesh. You hear the sloshing of blood. You hear the former mongrels snarl like animals, fighting over the most tender and juicy bits of meat. Your companions writhe in agony. One clutches at their head. Another doubles over. You feel saliva pool in your mouth. The metallic tang awakens hunger in you. The hunger turns into rage. This winged filth dares try to bind you to its will. It dares to tempt you with that sweet scent of meat untainted by corruption. The wretch must die. Die! I see. So we can go angel or demon. And still, clarity remains with you. Somewhere deep down, beneath the veil of rage and anger, you sense the light trying to break through. We're going full-on lawful good Torag. Oh, maybe I should have gone with fist. No, far punch. Angel. By sheer force of will, you master your rage, and almost in response, warmth suffuses you from within. Warmth and joy from a simple realization. You can win. You can save these people. The power of heaven bolsters and guides you. Its light breaks free, and enveloping the mongrels grants them the gift of blissful oblivion. Lowering your gaze, you see a scarlet stain on your chest. The wound is reopened, and instead of blood pouring forth, you only see radiant light. The demon convulses in pain when the light reaches him.
What are you? Destroy this vermin!
Osla points at you. He's already wounded. Wanderbots, kill! Oh. Wanderbots silently emerges from the shadows. I'm no longer your slave, Hosla, but I will gladly kill anyone who pokes their nose where it doesn't belong.
I'll bathe in your blood.
Wow. I mean, I guess we should probably shoot Wanderbots. I mean, she did say she was down here before. Well, she died quick. So Wanderbots was actively trying to double-cross us. Almighty Savmelech, you're something. Demons protect your mistress. Okay. Unfortunately, no, we're good. Why is she still standing? I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Well, are you going to finish me off? It's not exactly unexpected.
What else are we supposed to do with you? You're not just a traitor, you're a monster. The young ones believed you, and you lured them to a demon and watched them eat human flesh.
I was trying to make them strong. What have you done for them? What were you doing while I was looking for ways to bring strength to our tribe? You're useless, Lan.
I led by example. I trained. I tried to become stronger so I could go to the surface and maybe do something worthwhile with my stupidly short life. And I will do it. I might be the one to bring our whole tribe to the surface. But you? Why would you want any power that turns you into a monster? These young guys and girls, they trusted you. And they were turned into mindless animals, ready to eat corpses at a demon's command.
I went through the same ritual as them, and I didn't become an animal. I conquered my anger. The anger that has been building and building in every one of us for decades. Unlike you, I have no intention of just lying down and politely accepting death. I will rise above all this, while you'll still be stuck with your pride, chewing on rats.
Inspect the wound on your chest. The bleeding deep wound in your chest is gone, like it was never there in the first place. The skin is totally smooth and unmarred.
It's gone. It was just there, and now it's gone. It's gotta be some kind of demonic trickery. You need to have a cleric look at that.
If he had been marked by the Abyss, do you think some nobody priests will be able to help? No, the demons have branded this Uplander. And judging by the smell of his blood pouring from his chest, the demons will be able to find him wherever he goes. And they'll find you too, Lan.
The huntress permits herself an indolent, gloating smile. Her sharp fangs glint menacingly in the gloom.
So you've been serving Sava Melek this whole time. Sava Melek.
Better to serve a strong master than to eke out an existence in a dark hole with no hope. I am of the Neathers. Our lives are short, but we are hardier than humans. I realized a long time ago that I was capable of more than this life offered, and I follow whomever is the strongest.
I thought you were better than that. I thought you were proud of your heritage, but you're willing to crawl on your belly before anyone who's even a little bit stronger than you. You're not a mongrel. You're a cave slug. You have no understanding of the meaning of family or tribe.
Oh, so now you think you know everything about me. You're one of the best hunters in the tribe. It benefited me to ingratiate myself with you. So I acted in a way that pleased you.
Why didn't you try to stop us from going inside the maze? You knew we might uncover your secret.
Savamelek is always in need of new servants. You'd make as good a servant as anyone else, and then... once you'd gone missing in the maze, not even the redoubtable Lan would have dared look for you.
But then why did you come with me to look for the sword?
So I could kill you quietly if you found it and stop you taking it to the village, you idiot. I would have told everyone that you got caught in a cave-in. But then the Uplanders showed up and I had to change my plans.
You said you went through the same ritual. Does that mean you ate human flesh too?
Yes. Hosilla found me in the caves. I was lost and hungry. And she offered me a choice. Die as a nobody, or live, and gain the power to change everything. Savamelek tore off a piece of an Azimar priestess's thigh. A big, juicy piece. More meat than I'd ever received in the tribe. That was the first time I knew what it was like to be happy. To have a full belly. I swore to myself that it would always be that way. Then the madness and rage took over. I came very close to turning into an animal, no better than the weaklings you saw in the maze. But I am strong. I mastered myself. I brought myself under control. I fell so that I could rise again.
You should have chosen death. Dying's better than living like that.
You're saying I should have died that day, Lan. But then who would have listened to your feeble jokes? Who would have showed you the best caves for hunting? Who would have made you a man?
I would have been fine without all that. And without you. Your death will make the world a slightly better place, Wenduog.
What did your service to Hossila entail?
It was simple. I lured those I deemed worthy into the maze. To the rest, I told stories of the horrors of the maze, making them stay away. It all hung in the balance when the cave walls shuttered, and many of the young ones decided that the time of their great exodus had come. I had no doubt that Hosilla would dispatch a dozen young Neathers easily. But what would become of the maze if all the tribes poured in? So when Lan ran off looking for the Angel's sword, I went after him. Not to help him, but to make sure that the sword never reached Neathholm. It's a pity that you got involved and stopped me from killing him. But then again, the evening gong has not yet been struck.
You sicken me.
Yep, you won't betray anyone ever again. Or, sorry.
You won't betray anyone ever again.
You're all bark and no bite. Farewell, Uplander. Next time I won't spare you.
gone. But next time, she won't get away. Damn it, Wendu. Why'd you have to go and... Anyway, there's no point crying over spilt milk. Give me a couple of minutes. I'll bring the chief and the rest. I need to clear my head.
Chief Sol appears flanked by mongrels. The journey has taken its toll on him. His breath is labored and sweat is dripping from his bloated face. What's this? Anevia gives a low whistle. Well, I'll be damned. Turns out old overrun isn't as crazy as we all thought. There really were demons down here. I should have listened and sent a patrol down here. Damn it. Orcus's lip curls in distaste as he tries to keep his distance from the unconscious mongrels.
You said you were in charge of reconnaissance for Eagle Watch, Anevia. How can you miss a nest of demons beneath Canabras?
Yeah, right. Like it wasn't enough that I sniffed after every damn shadow in the city. Everybody knows the stories about demons living beneath the streets of Canabras. Those tales are as old as the Crusades themselves. I messed up, but you fixed my mistake, so thanks.
How's the leg?
Better than yesterday, worse than the day before. I'm not gonna die, don't worry.
This place must be burned with holy flame.
The place is overrun with demons, but that's not the worst part. Wenduog, she's been working for the demons all this time, luring the young, strong mongrels into the maze, and nods at the unconscious mongrels. We might be able to save these ones. They can't get any stupider, that's for sure. But they might be meaner than they were before. But I suppose all teenagers are monsters in their own way. Chief Sol laughs, but it comes out as a rasp. Lan, we don't waste words on people who don't listen to the tribe. You act the fool, you suffer the consequences. Sol gives a ragged sigh. Wenduog, how could she? She deceived them, and then she left. What's become of us? Chin up, Chief. The kids you rescued are safe now. The demons are gone. The traitor's been dealt with. All's well that ends well, I say.
You need to look after the young mongrels.
I don't know what they'll be like when they come to, but look after them, Chief. They went through something horrific today. Not everyone is capable of enduring something like this. It will change them forever. As long as they can hunt, the rest can wait, Uplander. And you, Lon, saved them. Only the gods can salvage their souls. But we are a tribe, and we will think of something. And when they're stronger, they can go up to the surface. The time has come.
It's time to get out of here.
Chief, I think I'm going to lead our visitors to the surface. I'm going to keep going. Something interesting is happening out in the world. Maybe it's my chance to do something more useful than skinning cave rats. You never were one of us. You always looked up. You think I don't see these things. Our life is not for you. You must go, but where? Where is the way out? Beats me, but these beasts got down here somehow. Lan searches Hostela's body and shows you some papers and a key. I don't know what these documents are, but I think this key will come in handy. Anevia's eyes quickly skim over the letter as she passes it to you. Letter. I will read this. Savamelik, this is my last warning. You need to act discreetly, without attracting any more attention than you already have. People are already talking about the strange disappearances of Canabras' most righteous men. Keep below ground, nurture your mongrel pets, and wait patiently. The call to battle will soon come, and it will sound loud and clear, even down there in the catacombs. Gather your warriors immediately after that, bring them to the surface, and lead them to the Tower of Estrad. This tower will be my final dagger, and I shall plunge it into the guts of Canabras. Our vicious servant Faxon made the tower his base of operations several months ago, taking command over the Templar forces in Canabras while the Grand Master was distracted by other matters. Faxon has already gathered a stash of weapons, potions, and other useful supplies, which we will gladly share with you if needed. If he behaves himself, you two should combine your forces. If not, just take his stupid little head off his shoulders and take command yourself. Mistress Minago. Those cheeky sons of... This is all the information on the cultists in this city. Their meeting places, passwords, and secret hideouts. I think we should show this to whoever's in charge of Canabras right now. As soon as we get back to the surface, we'll find out what's what. Okay, but first and foremost, we must lead... Okay, well, I'm gonna try... Oh, I see. I have to actually select somebody. She's still standing. She died as she lived on her feet. Question mark. Mongrel, Anivia. Nope. Hopefully she joins us. I really could use some more party members. 2 more to be specific. Well, I don't know. I was gonna say, shame about Wendowog, but you know what? Oh well, we'll get other party members. And now we've got somebody to specifically do a big murder on. I went the wrong direction. Dang it. I'm always used to going up the stairs, but going down is where I need to go. Okay, so what do we got in here? I think we're going into the sewers? Looks like it. Oh, here's the dungeon design is easy. I think I mentioned in yesterday's episode, maybe, that I was finally getting to play D&D again. And so we had our first session yesterday, and I'm so excited to do more.
While the survivors wander the dungeons, the battle on the surface rages on. The warriors of Canabris are trying to defend the wardstone, but their strength is flagging. Their resistance is valiant, yet it will all be in vain if no one rises up to turn the tide.
I like those illustrations. The surface finally, I miss the fresh air so much. The deep rift leads into the catacombs under the city where the mongrels live. Okay, so we can't go back. So I guess we really could have missed out on that sword. I wonder if I missed out on anything else. I mean, hopefully it doesn't matter too much. Okay, anything else? Well, we do have Anevia and Horgus Gorm. Oh, I see. They're just following us. Because, of course, we're escorting them out. Hello? Cripes. Irabeth. Ooh. She looks cool. The half-orc before you, wearing armor adorned with Iomede's golden swords, is clearly exhausted. She obviously hasn't gotten much sleep over the last few days. There's soot on her face and fresh blood on her sword. Her hazel eyes are hard and focused, and her firm voice sounds accustomed to giving orders. She sizes you up, surprised, judging whether you're a friend or foe, and opens her mouth to ask you something, but freezes when she spots Anevia. Oh, right! They're married.
By the goddess, Nevi, I'd almost lost all hope.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
Everything's fine, Beth. I'm here. This here's a new friend. He rounded up those of us who survived the fall and led us up to the surface. Without him, we'd never have made it out.
I really wish, for this game, because they have to dance around the fact that I've given my character a custom name, but they can't, you know, have the characters say every single name. That wouldn't work. I really wish that you got to pick a title for yourself at the very beginning of the game. That, you know, they had every character read out as part of their dialogue. Or, you know, it's just something like Commander Shepard. This here is the Crusader. This is the Wanderer. Because they always say, like, a new friend, but it's super awkward. Mass Effect did such a good job of having kind of a custom character that was your avatar, but also fit in the world. I always get, like, pulled out of my immersion as soon as they try and refer to me as anything. Hopefully they end up calling me, like, the High Crusader or something once we're actually established in this game. But it'd be so nice if they initially had, like, you know, a title or a something, or I don't know. Anyway.
Let me introduce you to my wife, Irabeth Tirabade, head of the Eagle Watch.
Until the army arrives, I'm the temporary warden of Canabris. And you're just in time. As you can see, we're in the middle of a battle. And thank you for getting Anevia out of there.
Where are we?
The Grey Garrison. Until recently, it served as barracks for the Crusaders, but it's now been taken over by cultists.
What's the target of this battle?
When the demons attacked the city, their main target was the Wardstone. I trust I don't have to explain to you what the Wardstone is and how important it is to the Crusaders. We must retake it at any cost, or the fall of Canabras will be the beginning of the end of the Crusades, and with them, the rest of the world. I see that you had a difficult journey to the surface. You need to rest. But there's a lot riding on this battle. I have no right to command you, but I'm asking you to help us.
Let's see.
We met some mongrels who live beneath Canabras. This is Lon.
Most people in Canabras think that the children of the first Crusaders are simply a legend. Other people say that the day you emerge on the surface heralds the start of the end of the world. I'm not superstitious, but the situation is apocalyptic, all right. Having a living legend on our side can't hurt.
Come on, living legend? A walking folktale, maybe? I just need to make sure I don't turn into a running joke.
Let's see.
What's the situation in the city?
The city's gone. Most of the defenders, including the Dragon Terendelev, fell in the first few hours. The civilians either fled or died in the chaos. The place is overrun with cultists and demons.
Don't talk like that. Canabras hasn't fallen. Not while it still has defenders like you and me.
Sweet words don't change the grim truth.
No, she's right. Thank you, Knight. Until we no longer have the strength to hold a weapon, until Iomedae abandons us, we will fight for Canabras.
Tell me about the Wardstone. Why is it so important?
The Wardstones are a gift of Iomedae. Created personally by her herald, a mighty angel, and a general of the celestial armies. The Wardstones keep the world wound from expanding. They stand along the border of the territory controlled by the demons, creating a barrier to keep them inside. The Canabras obelisk was the first to be placed. It is the key to the whole barrier. We cannot leave it in the hands of those monsters from the abyss.
I guess I should always mouse over these right at the end of the dialogue. Because otherwise, you know, I don't want to make anybody pause in the middle of dialogue.
How did the Wardstone end up in the Grey Garrison?
The demons have long laid siege to Canabras, but this time, their lord Dascari appeared in the flesh. He ripped the Wardstone from the ground and hurled it halfway across the city to here. I thought the stone was destroyed, but it seems all is not lost. Yet. Dascari has gone, but the Wardstone is surrounded by a horde of those creatures. What are they going to do to it? Nothing good, that's for certain.
But how did he do that? He's a demon! The Wardstone should have burned his filthy hide!
It should have. But what happened, happened. We don't know why.
I have important information about the location of a cultist den.
Very good. Report to me in full when we get back to the Defender's Heart. It's our temporary headquarters. Right now, the most dangerous cultists are here. The ones occupying the Grey Garrison.
Let's not waste any more time. To battle!
That's the spirit! You, take a Navia to the rear. The rest of you with me.
You hear labored breathing, interspersed with disgruntled muttering. Horgus is holding his rapier hilt with a white-knuckled grip. A bead of sweat trickles down from his temple.
Lord Horgus Worm, forgive me. I did not realize we had civilians among us. My people will escort you somewhere safe. To the extent that anywhere in Canabras can be said to be safe right now.
I actually feel a bit bad for Gwyrm.
That's right. Fighting spirit is the one thing that we've got plenty of. Actual fighting power, that's not so great. Fighting know-how, even worse. But fighting spirit, at least we're rich in that.
For Iomedae! For the Queen! Kill the beast!
Erebeth raises her blade, and the soldiers, inspired by her cry, rush into battle with renewed vigor. I'm gonna follow them for a bit. Maybe? Maybe not. Yeah, I will help. I'm not sure how much we have to actually protect these people, but we might as well protect them until they've cleared an amount. Plus, this should prevent me from taking damage and maybe get some free EXP. Hopefully we'll find somebody willing to buy all this stuff at some point. Okay, they're gonna go upstairs. We're not. Okay, pick the lock. What do we got in here? Ooh, goodies. More goodies than we can loot, apparently. That purple crystal looks really cool, and alas, can't grab it. But yeah, we've got stuff in here to look at. And for some reason, the Crusaders very much just didn't really care. Sealed with magic. There. Unfortunately, I don't know if we can actually open that up. Oh, we haven't finished our mission here. Oh, so maybe this is one of those places that we come back. Maybe. Locked from the other side. Yeah, so I'm gonna bet we come back at a later date. And can open this weird door. Okay. Huh. It's the first time we've landed a crit all day. Look, I was playing D&D yesterday for the first time. We were just critting left and right. I guess none of the characters got crit now that I'm thinking about it, but the enemies, well, my players were. They're pulling off nat 20s in all sorts of places. Hey, I know you. You're one of these cultists.
How's it going, pal? You want to join? You lot will all be dead soon, but we'll be alive.
I can't.
Come on, leave these losers. The Crusades are over. Soon the demons will rule the world.
What is this thing? Oh, this is the World Stone. Or the Ward Stone.
Here goes nothing. All hail Baphomet. Cowardly traitor, I swear on the sword of Iomade, you will answer for your betrayal.
I mean, I guess that's the thing. Alright, I'm gonna take the right flank.
Aranda bada
You know, I'm just gonna let this go. Ow. Oh. That's why. They're shooting me. Do I have any potions? I seriously hope I do. Blood vial. Nope. Oh, wait, these are ingredients, aren't they? Usable. Here we go. Potion of... Oh my god, why do we have 45 of these? Oh boy. Okay, he needs to die. Please tell me she's got a potion of cure light wounds. Oh, I guess it counts as a rest. Okay. Oh, she's just out for the count. Whoops. That's okay, she'll get back up. Don't worry about it. I have the option that dead characters just get back up again. I could probably not have that sort of thing, but it helps. Okay, now I noticed she got her spells back, so I guess we got a rest in there somewhere. Ow. That'll have to do. Dude, loot all of this, become wildly over-encumbered. Locked from the other side. Stairs were severely damaged. This way is impassable. I get the distinct feeling maybe we'll come back to a number of these locations at a later date. And be able to do things then. We've definitely slowed down as a result of this encumbrance. I'm looking forward to not being wildly over-encumbered. How wounded are we? Still pretty wounded. Can we just rest? I'm gonna save. Okay, we can't rest. Well. I guess, load up on a bunch of these, because apparently we've just been absolutely swimming in potions this entire time, and I had no idea. I should probably use some of these scrolls, too. Because we picked up quite a number of them. Inflict light wounds, inflict serious wounds. I wonder who can use these. Oh, I see. Just her. Looks like there's a little bit more. The thing is, inflict light wounds does not that much damage. Serious wounds, on the other hand, does. We'll give her that. We've also got a wand of cure light wounds. And just potions and all sorts of things. I should really use them more. Where would this go? Ah, I see. I think we'll avoid that. Yeah. Oh, hello? I guess there's no return. Huh. Alright, whatever. Is fine.
What's this? Do we have guests? Just in time. The place is a bit of a mess, and I haven't even poured the blood into the goblets yet. Why don't you... Oh! What an unexpected surprise! Staunton, my little sweetheart. Long time no see. I've missed you so much. Have you missed me? Admit it. You missed me terribly.
Oh.
You again, you wench!
Staunton Vane, the aged dwarf from Erebeth's troop, silent now, spits on the silent up until now, spits on the floor. His hardened, craggy face, like storm-weathered stone, twists as if in pain.
Minago, the one who... Be careful. She's one of the deadliest creatures in the whole demon horde. She was once responsible for a massacre in Canabris. She must be back to finish what she started.
Staunton, do you know this demon?
Does he know me? Staunton, darling. Tell them all how close we were.
That wench? She's the one who led me astray. She's the reason my life has gone to the abyss. She's the reason why Dresden fell.
So Dresden was that other... Yeah. City fortress during the hubris of the First Mendavian Crusade, Dresden was overtaken by the demonic hordes of the World Wound. And it's a demonic monument to the foolish naivety of those early crusaders.
Oh my, like butter wouldn't melt. What I remember is how eagerly you would run to our trysts, how you begged to see me again, how you promised you'd do anything I asked. By your own free will, you said this. And now you claim that Dresden fell because of me. No, my dear. That was entirely your own doing.
I'll beat your lying lips into your filthy throat!
Now, Staunton, don't say things like that. Not about these lips, the ones you kissed so sweetly. Staunton, dearest, don't you love me anymore? Remember how good we were together? I was so hoping that we could patch things up.
I'll kill you!
Yeah, that sounds about right. Let's see. Let's roll Bless. That's for a minute, yeah? Bless is always good. Okay. Oh, there's the cultist. Yeah, we gotta finish them out. Channel negative energy is tough, because it just does damage. There maybe is a save for it. I'm not sure. Okay. Pop that. Where does this lead me? Maybe this is a mistake. Oh, it's not broken. It's just here. Oh. Okay. You've met an enemy, Abracandaloo, who possesses the damage reduction ability. Let's see. So, yeah, I kind of knew about that. As soon as you step into the chamber, your vision seems to darken and your knees buckle. You struggle to keep your balance. The air here is laden with the power of coming from the stone. Suddenly your head is filled with voices, screaming, whispering, cackling, threatening, voices pleading for help, shrieking curses and taunts. You blink and the illusion passes.
Congratulations. You made it all the way here. This is it. Your precious wardstone. Well, what are you planning to do now, I could kill you where you stand, but wouldn't it be nice if you could die in battle like heroes? No. I want you to die in despair, scrabbling around like rats in the blighted ruins of your city, blind and broken, your flesh scabbed and seeping, and every moment knowing precisely what was done to you.
Sounds terrifying. Except that's how we've been living for generations.
There isn't a soul that can resist the temptations of the abyss. Even a stone can be turned. I'm not joking. Your precious wardstone, weakened from the injury inflicted by Discari, has almost succumbed to my charms. Soon the whole barrier around the world wound, the gift of your useless goddess, will be a weapon of the abyss. Just a little more, and boom. Every city with one of these eyesores stuck in the middle of it, from Canabras to Nerosian, will turn into smoking craters, and all the mortals into red sludge beneath our hooves. So you have a choice. Especially you, my pet. Kiss me on my dainty hoof. Pledge your loyalty to Baphomet. And when the world falls, its ruin shall be yours.
Who are you?
You've already forgotten me. You mortals have awfully short memories. Even shorter than your little lives. Staunton, sweetums. Don't you want to introduce me to your friends properly? No? Well, I'd better do it myself. I am Minago, Lily II and faithful servant of Baphomet, and leader of his armies. The city is mine now. I'm just starting to settle in, get things just how I like them. But once I'm finished, I promise you, the results will be simply to die for.
And it was such a charming little place until you sullied it with your presence. It had such lovely boulevards, quiet and shaded. You took those away from me, and I shan't forgive you for that.
They've done much worse things than spoil the promenades. All the people they've killed.
Yes, of course, you're right. I grieve for the common folk as well.
Camilla is such a shit.
What are you doing to the stone?
Well, quite what am I doing to it? Probably the same thing I did to many of your comrades. Sweetly and tenderly persuading it to abandon the mortals and join our side.
Prepare to fight to the death, demon! We won't let that happen.
Okay. So, we could just attack, but you feel a sudden rush of wild rage, and with it comes a feeling of monstrous, unbridled, destructive power. It is like the power you felt in the shield maze when you were confronting Sevamelech, but now it feels fully fledged and more conscious.
Nope. Your victory celebrations are a little premature, demon.
You performed a good action.
Hey, no eyes! Didn't you tell us that heaven had turned its back on us and no one would come to our aid?
Don't listen to you. The Fiend wants us all to lose hope. She won't succeed.
I'm done with this shit! I only followed this hoofed menace because I thought the Crusaders had it, and there was no other way to protect my family. But now I see that there is hope. I won't bow before these heinous idols ever again. If they kill me, at least I'll die a decent death.
Yes! Return to our side, friends! Have courage! We will welcome you back. And heaven never abandoned you, no matter what this deceiver told you.
Turncoat, I'll cut out your heart.
We'll see how tough you really are. We let you frighten us once, but it won't happen again.
Okay. So, we got Minago, who is... Okay, Outsider, which... Very hard to hit, probably a gazillion HP. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to fight her. Everybody else can die, though. So we want to kill the Cultist. Chaotic Evil Dwarf, Fighter Cleric, Fighter Cleric, Fighter Cleric, Fighter Cleric. Alright. Unfortunately, this is, like, the worst possible layout I could ask for. Wave of Fatigue. That's fun. Question. I have Light of the Angels. Well, maybe that didn't work. Oh well. Why is Perfect Strike still here? We need to kill these cultists. Ah, yeah, that sucks.
That's it. I'm tired of playing around now. You want to know what will happen when I'm done with the Wardstone? Here's a little demonstration.
The Demoness whispers a spell, and a wave of darkness sweeps through the chamber. Your companions wince in pain, but it's nothing compared to what you feel. Thousands of voices once again burst into your mind, drowning you in their moans, screams, and sobs. Pain rocks through your skull.
Your evil spells won't stop a righteous army.
Iomedae is with us!
Yes. Keep telling yourself that.
The roar of voices blends into an unbearable wail of screaming. Your vision goes dark.